Hello and welcome to our video presentation of our 2009 BMW Z4 23i. So just to clarify, 2.5 6-cylinder typical BMW engine, over 200 horsepower, in this case mated to an automatic gearbox. Great package in that respect, drives really nicely, sounds great, plenty of power. I think what you've got to remind yourselves looking at this car is, look at anything in this price bracket that fits the criteria of roadster, folding hardtop, this sort of engine and power, level of fit and finish, and these sort of cars now becoming few and far between. It's an ideal car to have as a second or third car, in my opinion. With the back knowledge, it's not really going to lose a lot of money going forward. It can't. This particular car is really clean in its condition. There's really only some very trivial sort of elements of wear and tear that are notable, that you would obviously expect on any car of this age and mileage. If anything, we would certainly expect to see a lot more. But this car is really sharp, and we've actually decided to retail this car rather than pass it through the channels of trading it on, which we often do with relatively cheap part exchanges compared to our premium stock. But this is a lovely thing in its own right. Great condition, looks great, drives great, lovely spec. Would sit proudly on anyone's driveway, you know, next to some relatively high value cars. And I think it's very easy to overlook something like this and assume that, you know, it's in poor condition at this age of mileage. This car is absolutely superb. So the last owner actually upgraded the wheels to these ones that are clearly visible here, 19-inch. They've got very good tires still. The reason being, the factory BMW wheels are absolutely prone to cracking, and with strict sort of MOT criteria now, you can't repair them, and as such you will find a lot of cars with the original wheels are actually presenting a looming issue, because they all seem to crack due to the condition of the roads in the UK these days. And obviously they can't be repaired despite what some people may say. So it's really reassuring to know that those wheels have been replaced, and they look good with the car, in my opinion. Definitely in keeping with the styling. I'm looking around the car, there's really nothing of any significance to point out in terms of damage, dents, scratches, corrosion. I think all I'm going to have to say on this video, just to cover ourselves and manage, you know, anyone's expectations, is there are some very minor chips, even that I'm struggling to find here and there. But overall the car presents beautifully. It's done 87,000 miles, so please be realistic with that. However, frankly, I've seen worse on a car, let's say 2 or 3 years old, with a fraction of the mileage. It looks really sharp. Obviously folding hardtop. I'm not going to start selling this car on its spec and credentials, because I'm sure anyone looking at it will know what they want, but does make it usable in the winter months and gives that ability to store it outside. Black leather, heated seats, classic BMW styling across the dash. What is notable and very apparent actually is the quality of the materials and the build on these cars is far superior to the latest offerings from BMW. These are really solid and feel premium in the build, and that will obviously help with the longevity of it in its condition. I think a lot of cars now are built to a budget, and they're built with environmentally disposable materials because they have to be. But that is sadly obviously the way the world is now in the motor trade, and the stringent sort of standards that manufacturers have to adhere to. But this was built in an era, I think, where quality actually took a priority over cost, and you only have to look at all that intricate switchgear, for example. It's not even worn, everything works, everything feels solid. There's no damage to that center console there either. Yeah, just a really nice premium product of its era. So lovely example. We've got full service history, 87,000 miles. The mileage is correct. We've got all old MOT data, etc. And we're selling this car with a fresh service and inspection and a 6-month warranty. So complete peace of mind on that front. Great opportunity to buy, in my opinion, a very, very good, usable, all year round BMW that will hold its money. So thank you for watching. Please get in touch with any sort of queries. We can take a part exchange and we can deliver nationwide. And we can take a holding deposit over the phone. And we'd urge any serious buyer to consider that, because I don't think this car will be with us for long. Great opportunity. Thank you for watching.